Everybody, back with another video. This time I wanted to show you some of my SGC graded collection, a variety of mostly baseball and just a little bit of basketball, a little bit of football, a couple autographs. But I just wanted to show you those here. Starting off with a nice Willie Mays 1960. Bob Gibson 61. Killebrew from 63. Brooks Robinson 64. Bob Gibson Koufax on that 66 leaders card. This is a really nice card, this 67 Cepeda, the year he won the MVP. It's really expensive in a PSA 7, so I bought it in a SGC for a very affordable price. Sometimes that's what I do. Here's actually the very first graded card I'd ever owned. This 68 Gibson Hurls a shutout. There's this little print defect right there. You can see it almost looks like a white streak. It's common in some of the cards. Pretty sharp card, little off center left to right, but very first graded card I ever owned. Sharp little 69 Hank Aaron and an Airman 7. Some people like PSA. I'm a primarily PSA guy, but SGC is my number 2. Although my collection of SGC pales in comparison to my PSA collection. This is an O-Pee-Chee for Bob Gibson from 69 and a 5. It's got a little different back, if you can see. It says O-Pee-Chee right there, a little different color cardstock. Here's something interesting, the 70 top story booklets. Picked up this Ernie Banks in a 5. Looks really good. I mean, it's just a piece of paper. Really sharp Don Sutton, 70 Kellogg's. This is a rare piece. It's just authenticated, but it's the everyone's opening the Heritage right now. They're the 71 bazookas, and they have the number on it, but the numbering is very rare. This is number 41 of 48. So to get any of these cards with the number on them is extremely a rare variation. Primarily, they came unnumbered on the boxes of the bazooka. I don't know why. Almost all of them are just authentic because the cut on here is always cut short on the right for some unknown reason. So I don't know where these originated from, if they're a test set or whatever. I'm not very clear on the backstory other than they're hard to get your hands on, and anything other than authentic grades, PSA or SGC. Yastrzemski in action in a 7.5. Just a common in an 8 though. One thing I like about the SGC is that the cards fit perfectly into these plastic card protectors. The PSA slabs tend to move around a little bit. These fit perfectly. Really nice 75 Reggie Jackson and a 7.5. A lot of people like how the black matte kind of highlights the card image itself. I think it is pretty cool. Although these are larger than the PSA slabs, but still pretty cool. Mattingly, this is the O-Pee-Chee variation right there. Pretty cool. Picked this up a couple years ago on an 8.5. Guy who's not really all that popular anymore, Manny Ramirez. Picked up a couple of his cards in mint 9s. They grade on a 100-point scale, or at least they used to, back when these cards were graded. 96 is on these 3. Last one I'll show. And then here's the new modern style slab that they use, different up there. Michael Jordan, White Sox top prospect card. All right, now I'll go through these real quick. These are all 70s Transigrams. I bought these off I think it was a pre-war card collection auction for a couple $100. These are pretty rare, coming off the backs of Transograms. 1970 came in three cards on the back of a box, but some good Hall of Fame numbers. These aren't very high grades because there's creasing on the cards. Pretty common for that really thin cardboard stock that they used on these 1970 and 1969 Transograms. 69 Transograms came one per box, one card on the back, one figure in the box. But 70s, they tried to put 3 figures in a box to try to boost sales. Transogram was a toy company that was failing and tried to get in the baseball figure / baseball card game to try to salvage some revenue. Got a Marischal. As the grades slowly tick up here, all these are most 4s, 3s. Right card. Cleon Jones from the Mets. My boy Willie McCovey in a 4. Mel Stoudemire in a 4.5. There's a separate New York Mets set in the 1970s that's got Nolan Ryan in it. I have not got that card, boy, but that is an amazing card. I wish I'd had it. Denny McLain. Jim Wynn in a 5. Tony Oliva in a 6. So starting to get a little higher grades. These cards don't have the creasing in it, the other ones did. All have really good eye appeal, though. Fregosi. Sam McDowell, man, he was a great pitcher. No one ever talks about him nowadays, but he was a power pitcher back in the day. Pretty decent. Nice 7 on that. Rico Petrocelli. Still prominent in today's card collecting. I think he has a card show, maybe, if I'm thinking about the right guy. Hall of Famer Joe Torre in a 7. And these are some of the highest graded of these guys left. The Blue Moon Odom, 7.5. And this Willie Davis, pretty rare to get these in that high grade, of 7.5. That's it for the Transogram. I'll wrap it up with or show a couple basketball. Nice Rick Barry vintage 75, 76 basketball. Kobe Bryant card. Let's focus on that. Just the flagship tops, 96, 97 rookie. Non-chrome. Little vintage football here, a nice 78 Staubach. A little bit more modern, the 89 Pro Set Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman doesn't get a lot of love, but boy, when I was a kid in school, man, he was the best quarterback in the league. Couple autographs. These are all authentic. My boy Billy Pierce. Hall of Fame coach Tony La Russa. Hometown Nebraska boy, Hall of Famer Richie Ashburn. My dad's favorite of all time, for his generation, the GOAT at quarterback, Johnny Unitas. Really love these Sports Illustrated Fleer SIs. Just the way that the autographs down here, there's a stamp in the card. These things are just gorgeous. I love these. And the fact that it's got the Sports Illustrated cover on there. Got that for the Gaylord Perry. And got it for the Raleigh Fingers. Both of them in 8.5s. I'm assuming that's the card we're getting graded, not the autograph. And then my boyhood hero, Nolan Ryan. This one's pretty faded, so I went and splurged on another one. That's nice 1985 here in the beautiful blue Sharpie, nice and bold. But that is it. That's my SGC collection. Not quite what the PSA is, but it seems to me that SGC is growing. So in this grading market, there's plenty for people to go have. There's plenty to go around for all the cards. So that's all I got for you. Once again, everyone, appreciate your posts and comments. I'll talk to you again soon.